Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Parasol Sconce. This is the 2013-09. Happen to have one right here, so we can check it out together. It's also a beautiful parasol fixture that goes off the ceiling. Check that out too. It's a pendant. So let's get into the size of the fixture itself, and that's 18.3 inches from the very bottom to the very top, and then the width on it is coming in at 5.5. and that's actually going to be this part back here. So it's the entire back plate. Projection from the wall is coming out at 4.3, and that almost qualifies us to be ADA compliant. That's Americans with Disabilities Act that says that a sconce can only come out from the wall up to 4 inches. This is pretty close, so this is going to be a great candidate if you want to use this in applications like hallways or stairways, so you can get by it really easily because it's so flush to the wall. So let's check out a couple other things. So 2.8 pounds, it's not very heavy at all, goes just on a normal 4-inch junction box. The back plate on it is from this point to this point is 5 inches, so we know it's going to cover that perfectly. And what you have basically in the back here is your mounting bracket that's going to go on here, and then the back plate is encompassing this whole back round part. I want to show you a little bit more information about that, and how we're going to do it is we're going to take a quick look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen midway down. You're going to see a link that's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. So check that out. It's going to show you a full parts list, which is going to be your glass. It's going to have your back plate on it. It's going to have the fixture itself. Here we go. And it's going to show you some nice line drawings of the inside of this and how it goes onto your 4-inch junction box. So always take advantage of those. Those instruction sheets are on all of our Hubbardton Forge pages, and they offer lots of good information, so check it out. Let's talk about glass really quick on this. So this is going to be using what's called slump glass. And slump glass is made in basically a kiln. This is actually made by Wallingford Glass Industries in Wallingford, Connecticut, which it's pretty close to us, and they're friends of ours. And it's a nice American company to do business with, which is great. So basically when you have a slump glass, you have a form or a mold, and then you have raw glass that goes on top. It goes into a kiln, which is a super hot oven. That all melts and falls right into that, and then you come back in a little later and you have to do all of this handwork on the sides to get it exactly what it needs to be. So it's pretty interesting glass. A lot of art galleries sell slump glass that artists make, so it's kind of on that range. Okay, why don't we talk about what you can get out of this as far as lamping goes. It's going to be using one of these. This is a Type B chandelier socket. We all grew up with these. Remember these? So, what you want to stick with is basically what's called a Type B, and that's going to be either this kind of flame tip or this torpedo, because it has to be able to fit behind the glass. And you can see how close it is to there. So it's going to have to fit right there. Now, as far as how much light you can get out of this, that can be quite a bit. So you can still go with an incandescent if you want to, up to 60 watts. That's totally up to you. It's a dimmable fixture without any problem, and these are easy to get. So you could do a flame tip, or you could do a little torpedo in a 60-watt incandescent. However, a lot of you guys want to do LEDs, and you want to get as much light out of things as possible and be able to dim them down if need be. So I can find this LED everywhere. I can find this at my grocery store in Vermont, Lowe's, Home Depot, Ace Hardware. If you have to go online, you can get them on Amazon or Walmart.com or any of those places. These will come to you in all kinds of different ways as well. They're going to come to you as a 40-watt equivalent, a 60-watt equivalent. I can find these easily on Amazon at a 75-watt equivalent. I have found these before, should be able to fit. I had a customer email me a link to a 100-watt equivalent. I thought that was pretty cool too. Do you need to go up that high? Probably not. But a 60 to a 75-watt equivalent is easy to find. They're also going to offer these to you in different types of light, and it depends on what you have going on with this. Some people are going to use these in bathrooms, so they're going to want something like a warm white, soft white that we talk about a lot. But other people are going to use these in kind of romantic settings, like maybe flanking a fireplace or in a dining room where you're going to be able to dim it down and hang out with your friends. That would be good for a 2700 Kelvin. That's kind of a super yellow light, and that would be kind of pretty. It would make these look a little bit like candlelight. But if you want to go on the other extreme of that, they're going to offer these bulbs to you in something called daylight. And daylight sounds like it should be warm like sunlight, but it's not. That is that 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin. And that's going to be kind of like the bluish white light on an overcast day. Not so great on this, I think. What I think I would probably get in this is going to be that warm white, soft white I talked about a second ago, 3000 Kelvin, because that'll put out a nice warm glow, plus give me the maximum amount of lumens that I'm looking for. And don't forget, you're going to want to look for a dimmable bulb up for this. And tell your installer about that too, because they like to put the correct dimmers on the wall for you. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton forged finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below, so scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart, so you can click on dark smoke, you can click on soft gold, doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.